Healing Minds and Souls, a faith-based community dedicated to bringing trauma-informed care to the North Nashville community and surrounding areas through education, resources, and building relationships to develop healthy and a holistic community. Pastor Ella Clay will be talking about how we can stop allowing fear to overtake us regardless of our past, present, or future. Come and learn how to recognize signs and symptoms of trauma as we understand the emotional, physical, social, and spiritual impact of traumas. We will unpack the meanings of vicarious traumas and how to avoid moral injury as we actively avoid re-traumatizing ourselves and others. Let's learn together how to navigate life challenges of grief, trauma, pain, and/or isolation, and discover our innate strengths of courage, kindness, trust, perseverance, and become better equipped to experience a newfound confidence by not letting circumstances define our current existence or future selves. Join our show today with Pastor Ella Clay. She serves as senior pastor of the historic First Community Church and executive director of Healing Minds and Souls, 1815, Knoll Street, Nashville, Tennessee, 37208.
Good morning. Welcome to Healing Minds and Souls. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful morning that the Lord has made. For this is the day that God has made. We are rejoicing and we are so very glad in it. Listen, we'll be right back after we hear from our sponsors.
Wade's Lawn Service is your one-stop solution for all your outdoor needs. We offer comprehensive residential and commercial lawn care, expert landscaping and design, professional fertilization, leaf blowing, and seasonal maintenance services. Our team of skilled professionals will transform your outdoor space into a stunning oasis, boosting your property's curb appeal and value.
Hello, my name is Deborah Wade, and this is my husband, Ira Wade, and we are here at Wade's Lawn Service, located at 1215 Louisville Highway.
Don't let lawn care stress you out any longer. Visit www.wadeslawnservice.com or call us at 615-766-8347 today to experience the difference of a well-maintained, beautiful lawn without the hassle.
Hello, welcome. We are Crossroads Campus. So happy to have you guys here. I'll take you and show you through. I'm the program director. My name is Eric Davis, and I've been here for about 7 months now. So who we are, we help young adults in the community, ages 18 to 24, facing severe poverty and homelessness. And what we do is provide them opportunities to kind of get back on their feet and work back in the community, coming down to our Crossroads campus through our job training program as well as our affordable housing program. So right here is our pet retail store. It's the social enterprise. Our young adults here pretty much help us, they assist us with running the store. So they're learning different universal skills, whether it's working the register, whether it's customer service, whether it's marketing, things like that.
So as part of our job training program, we have 4 areas that we have our interns focus. We have the animal care, so they go through animal skills or animal care. We have a retail skills chart of all the things that they learn while they're in retail. We also have a bakery operation where we go off into an industrial kitchen. They learn food certification services, and they learn how to use the industrial cooking areas. And they make dog treats that are for sale in the store and through other stores in the Nashville area. And we also have our grooming skills chart. So in each of these, we have different skills starting from very beginning in both animal care and grooming. It's learning about animal body language, what to expect, how to work with those animals, how to communicate with those animals. In the retail, it's basic customer service, how to answer the phones, product information, how to use a computer system. So they learn different things that we are hoping that they will be able to use in the rest of their life to create a sustainable living situation for each of the interns that goes through our program.
Here at Crossroads Campus, we are a job training program, an animal care program, an animal adoption program, and an affordable housing unit. Crossroads Pets is the place where we believe that people and animals connect.
Are you looking for one-of-a-kind clothing that perfectly expresses your unique style? Then Bonita's Fashions are for you. Our custom-made garments are not only stylish, but also constructed with the highest attention to detail and craftsmanship. With So Savoir Faire, you can be sure that each piece has been carefully tailored to fit you perfectly and will make you proud to wear it. Give us a call today or visit our website to find the perfect outfit for any occasion. You'll be glad you did.
Hello, my name is Glenn Carter. I'm the owner here at Carter's Family Florist. We've been serving over Nashville and Middle Tennessee for the last 25 years. We do flowers for all occasions. We do weddings, funerals. We send flowers out of town. I have a host of plants, cassandra for the prom, a dozen roses at Valentine, a dozen roses for Mother's Day. We do balloons, fruit baskets, and things of that nature, and we do deliver. So always come to Carter's Family Florist when you're in need of your flower needs. Address is 1822 26th Avenue North. That's Nashville, Tennessee, 37208. My phone number is 615-256-3777. Thank you for choosing Carter's Family Florist.
On this morning, we have Sergeant Alberta O'Geese, a New Orleans native who graduated from University of Tennessee, Knoxville. She received her BS degree in psychology and joined the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department in 2018. She's currently the community coordinator for the North Precinct. Thank you so much, Sergeant, for being here.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
It makes me so happy to call you Sergeant. It does me such great joy and such a tremendous blessing for our community.
Yes, ma'am.
A powerful young woman.
Yes.
Running things.
Trying.
I'm sure you're not trying. In North Precinct, that is so amazing to me.
It is. So kudos to Commander Bowers, who asked me to come work for him before I got promoted. I was an officer doing patrol for over a year in the Midtown area, in the South area, and from there I got promoted to community engagement, which was a great addition to my experience in law enforcement and with my experience of being a basketball player, just being out in the community, building relationships. And then from there, I decided to take the sergeant's test. The first time I took it, of course, I did not do well, but I learned from it. I learned from my experience and continue to grow and continue to work towards it. And then from there, I took the test again the year after and got promoted of December of last year. So I'm coming up on a year, thank God. Like I said, Commander Bowers, since we lost Commander McClain, God rest his soul, he got moved from West Precinct to North Precinct. And because of the relationship me and Commander Bowers had throughout patrol and I experienced at Midtown, he asked me, do I want to come work for him? So, of course, I said yes. Hands down, he's one of the best male figures in the department, a great role model, and a great mentor for me. So, no questions asked. I decided to hit the ground running with him June of this year.
Wow, and we're so glad that you did.
Yes, ma'am.
And we certainly honor and respect the life of Commander McClain. He was a phenomenal man. He was very, very much engaged in the community and did so many wonderful things. And we're also excited that Commander Bowers stepped right into that position.
Yes.
And so, although I don't know him personally, I still feel close to him because his grandfather was a charter member here at Historic First Community Church. So the connection is amazing, and so we're really grateful for the work that has been done and the work that will continue to be done under Commander Bowers' leadership. So listen, tell me this, what was the impetus of you becoming a police officer, which is it's amazing in a lot of ways, but different.
Yes.
for a woman, although we see more women getting into that field now. Share with us.
It's different. Well, just to give a little background, you did mention I was a New Orleans native, but basketball is all I knew. I never thought about being a police officer, and that's just being honest. I played basketball for over 20 years. I put my heart and soul, blood, sweat, and tears in it, and it helped me grow. I was able to, win championships at the University of Tennessee under the late Pat Summitt. I got drafted in the WNBA, and then from there, I was able to experience overseas. So I played in other countries. I played in Portugal, Iceland, and Finland. So just having that background experience of, relating to different cultures and different experiences, different food, just different atmosphere, I took that. I took it and, held on to it tight. And then life after basketball. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And, being the youngest of 6, you look up to your siblings and you try to figure out, okay, what do I want to do in life? And I just kind of, watched them growing up. And then my sister, my second to oldest sister, she applied to be a police officer several times in New Orleans and just couldn't get past the physical part. And then she ended up being a correctional officer. And just seeing her in that uniform, it just, resonated with me. It's like, okay, maybe I want to go back into the uniform, but not in the basketball aspect, but more so in the uniform. Police, public service aspect. So I applied in New Orleans, didn't get it, and then I applied elsewhere, and then I got my yes here. So once I got my yes here, I just, hit the ground running. Yeah, hit the ground running and just kept moving. So because of my experience throughout, life in general and, getting a lot of no's and a lot of yeses as well. So that drove me to want to be a role model for other kids that may look up to me in the future.
God has certainly smiled on you.
Yes, ma'am.
You said that what WNBA you played, and that is phenomenal within itself.
It is. Yeah.
Wow, I'm sure that was exciting.
Yeah, it was. But of course, getting cut from the team, it kind of put me in a depression state. I wasn't happy. I wasn't, I didn't know what to do after that. But I did go back to school and finish. I had 6 credits that I needed to finish to get my bachelor's degree. So I was the first person in my family to graduate with a bachelor's degree. So, yeah, so I think that was a highlight of, although I got cut from the WNBA, I still accomplished something in life, which was getting that degree.
Absolutely. And sometimes in life, when we're going towards a certain trajectory and something may happen, or we may, you say, cut or things just change, I always think that that's still God's hand directing you to the place that He wants you to go. And we're going to talk about your professional career, but before we get to that, what would you say to an athlete that's focused on maybe, again, playing pro and something happens that they don't? What would you say to athletes that are just focused on that particular area? Because depression is really a real thing, right?
Yes.
You have your mind set on something and it seems like there's an interruption. What would you share?
Have a plan B. Never just settle for what your plan A is. Have a plan B. Even with the plan B, still have a plan C, because you just never know. And like she said, God has His hands on you. So what's for you will always be for you. So never give up. Keep pushing yourself, but also just know that just one particular goal that you have in mind, there's always another one. So, just plan ahead and think of what's your next option if this one doesn't work for you in the end.
And it's so true. What God has for me, it is for me. I would think about that song. And nothing can happen. Nothing can stop it, right? Sometimes it may seem like it's delayed. But it's never denied.
Yes, ma'am.
Because, come on and preach with them this morning. It's going to come to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. I am just it makes my heart just smile to see young African-American women that are just at the top of their game and doing a tremendous work in our community. So you are the sergeant.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Again, we're so excited. Tell us about your role as the community coordinator. Is that what it is?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Tell us
So
about your role.
basically, it's the liaison over the North Precinct. So we cover 117 square miles of North Nashville. So with that, when there's community complaints, community concerns, community meetings, community events, I will be the point of contact for that.
That's
So,
good to know, you all. Know
yeah.
that she's the point of contact, North Nashville Precinct.
I am the point of contact. So, and that's just to help Commander Bowers not have a workload in a sense. So I'm like his assistant, personal assistant in a sense. And I make sure I get the scheduling handle, and if they want to talk to him personally, I meet up with him. And then I supervise 2 officers as well. I have a crime prevention officer, and then I have a community engagement officer. So with just those 2, they help me as well handle events and community meetings that we have going on throughout the year.
That's so loaded, really
Yeah.
loaded, I tell you. So let's talk about crime prevention. What are we doing in the North Nashville area to help us with the crime prevention? And is it low? What's the stats on that now?
So the crime prevention officer, basically, if there is, let's just have an example. Like, say you want an assessment for your property. Like, how can I have better security, a better layout, so my church doesn't get broken into, or my house doesn't get broken into, or my business doesn't get broken into. So my officer do a free assessment, and then he goes out and assess if you need better lighting, better windows, alarm system, if you need cameras in the area. So just that in particular, landscaping, he assessed the whole property, and then he give you feedback. So you may have to invest more into your property because of the way the world is nowadays. People are, committing crimes. The crime is kind of high, but we do deal with more of package thefts. And that's just not a North Nashville thing. That's a Davidson County. That's a nationwide thing. Packages is on the rise. We get a lot of that, and then we get a lot of not package theft, but theft from businesses, like the Walgreens, your Family Dollars. People are going in there just taking items and leaving without paying. So I would say those 2 is what we're dealing with in the North Nashville area. You may have your, domestic violence going on, aggravated assaults, but mainly our crime that we're experiencing is package theft and larceny. Yeah.
Interesting. So what would a resident need to do in the event they were interested in having an assessment for their home?
Yes, they could contact me at Alberta, ALBERTA.AUGUSTE@nashville.gov.
Wonderful.
And then I will set that appointment up with my officer, and he's going to go out and assess your property and give you feedback.
That's very important. That will really help the community feel safer,
Yes.
feel more secure in the community and their homes. So one of the things that I want to talk with you about, we look at the mental and behavior healthcare crisis that's going on. And I think I have 2 questions for that, because I know that you all, police officers, have to be concerned about your own health
Yes,
and
ma'am.
security as well. But what are we doing to address those issues better? Because in some cases, when officers have gone out and the person may be in a mental health crisis, in some cases it wasn't handled in a way that it should have been. So is there anything that's any type of training, additional training? What can MNP do to help that?
That's a great question. So officers are going through a crisis intervention training, and then we also partner with mental health clinicians.
Wonderful.
So the crisis intervention training, you receive 40 hours of training, and that's training on how to respond to mental crisis incidents, and then also how to de-escalate when there's a situation arising. And with the counselor, we have a counselor that rides with an officer every day.
Wow.
Yeah, so, and that's each shift. So if you have the first shift, the second shift, and the third shift, you have a counselor riding with an officer. So when there is a mental health call, the counselor is on the scene with the officer. And also, if that officer is not riding with a counselor and he comes upon a situation, he could dispatch for, or key up on the radio and ask for that counselor to come to the scene. So we have partners, and then we also have emergency lines we partner with as well. We have mobile crisis is one of the ones that people know. So we partner with those services to have when the situation arises like that. So that's one of the things I could say about this department. When something is going on in the world in general, we are proactive, so we get on it. We see how we could be better as a police department. We don't just sit there and like, well, it didn't happen here. So, but no, we get the training. We make sure we're ahead of the curve when a situation is happening in the nation.
Wow, that's so important because, again, mental health crisis is just such on the high rise. And again, you all have to be concerned about your own safety and your own lives, right?
Yeah.
And so what does that look like for day-to-day work for an officer? When you're wanting to take care of the community, but you also have to be concerned about your own safety. What does that look like?
So for me, I could speak for myself in general. For me, that work-life balance. You gotta know how to separate the two. Coming in to work, even right now out of uniform because I'm on light duty, I come in every morning and I listen to my word and I listen to praise and worship. So I'll be in my own little zone praising God on my way to work because my commute is like 40-45 minutes in. And also when I get off of work, sometimes I drive in solitude. I don't want to hear anything. I go over my whole day and then I decompress. You know, I just leave work the way it is and I think about life, think about family, think about what I'm gonna do when I get home, you know, so I have that moment. And also for me, I'm a big advocate on counseling. So I do have a counselor that I see that's within the department. And, you know, I have that personal relationship with my counselor. So, so I find time. I travel when I'm on vacation. I leave the country. I leave the state. You know, I spend time with family, which is very vital. And, you know, I have a community. I have a community that I could rely on, relate to, that I have that sense of peace when I'm not in uniform, when I'm just leaving work and let work be work.
So you do self-care. Seems like self-care is ongoing for you, right?
I have to. You know, this job is very demanding. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But again, you got to learn how to separate the two. Get proper rest, eat healthy. You know, just take care of yourself because who am I to take care of a citizen out in this world if I can't take care of myself?
Wow.
So, you know, for me, that's vital. You know, I have to take care of me in order to help and serve everyone else.
Wonderful. And we're so grateful for healthy officers. It makes such a major difference in our community.
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
It really does.
Wow.
It really does.
So what would you tell a young lady, and I'm just going to focus on a young lady.
Yeah, of course.
So, you know, right, you got it like that. What would you share if they were interested in becoming an officer? How would you encourage them?
Believe in yourself. Really, truly believe in yourself and have confidence that you could do this job. We need more women who are willing to de-escalate with compassion. And also be willing to have empathy towards any interaction you have with someone, because you never know what people are going through. Everyone is going through something different, and you know, and I think women, we have that heart, we have that sense of heart when we know something is not right, and we gravitate to those who are in need. That's just us. Women, we're nurturers. So at the end of the day, we need more women who's willing to do that, who's willing to be respectful, who's willing to help. And if I could do it, I'm sure anybody could do it. So the job is rewarding. It really is. Great benefits. If you want to get a master's degree, we have programs for it. If you want to have a family, there's still opportunities for that. I'm currently 25 weeks. I'm on light duty. I'm not in uniform. So, and I'm still working. I'm still out here serving the community. So there's opportunities within itself. So please, 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 if that's something you're thinking about, just get with the right people in the department. Check in with other people. You could come reach out to me if you have questions. If you want to shadow a police officer, we have where you could ride with an officer as well. So it's a great experience. It really is. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a police officer. I'm saying it because I'm genuinely being honest. I've been doing it for 7 years, and you know, I've grown, and it means a lot that I have a community that supports me and backs me.
So what age ranges are the hiring? Is there certain-
I think you have to have at least 2 years of a degree.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay, 2 years.
20. I think it's 21.
Okay, 21 years old.
Don't quote me on it. I'm not too.
They can do some research.
Yeah,
on
do
that.
some research
Yeah.
on it. But yeah.
Awesome. So listen, what's going on with the police department? Do you have any community events that's coming up?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Kudos to Dr. Head. When I came here to
Who is that? Who is Dr. Head?
when I came to North Nashville, he was one of the people that they said, "Hey, you have to meet Dr. Head. You have to meet him. Great guy. He's for the community."
Do you believe everything you hear?
I do, because the reason why I'm saying this is because that one phone call I had with him, and then I met him at an event here for Juneteenth. He's been the same guy. He's been the same person.
He is a connector, isn't he?
He really is.
Yes,
and he really he's resourceful.
Yes, he is.
He knows a lot of people.
Yes, he
so
does.
he said, "Hey, we need to get together, come up with an event." And I said, "Sure," and because of work, there's a lot going on. You kind of slip away from certain things. And he called me 2 weeks later. "What you got? What's the update?" And I'm like, you know what? I love this guy. He's on it. He's going to push me to make sure I don't forget to pour into our community. So with that being said, November 1st, and thanks to you also, November 1st, we're going to have an event here out in your field, 1804 Knoll Street. So so I appreciate you being a part of it as well. Heal Minds and Souls.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. It would be great.
Yeah.
Don't miss out on it. My goal is to also, I have a connect to get food boxes.
Wonderful.
Because
Yes.
as far as food stamps goes,
Yes.
and how the government is working,
Yes.
that they're cutting back
Yes.
on certain things, and I think it's important for everyone to have food. And again, you got to stay healthy. You got to be able to,
That's right.
get up and move around. So my goal is to have at least 100 food boxes to give away. So that's important for you guys to know that as well. If you know anyone that's in need, just make sure they come to the event. And not only just for the food, to also, connect with others and build relationships, because that's very important nowadays. You need a community, you need a village. We can't do this alone.
That's right.
And that's why we partner with other people in the community, because the police department, is just the police department. But when you have other souls who's willing to invest and give back, it's very important for our community as a whole in general.
Absolutely. We do need each other. And we are grateful for Dr. Head and also Mr. Cedric Thomason as well. They are two individuals that work together, and they're doing profound work in this community, so we're grateful for them. Actually, that's why we're behind the cameras, is because of them, so we
Yes.
certainly honor and respect the both of them.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Also, on November the 22nd, right here at 1815 Knoll Street, Historic First Community Church, we'll be serving over 200 turkeys to our community.
Yes.
So please feel free to come by and pick up a turkey, and I'm sure we'll have other resources. We'll probably have sites to go with that. So we're inviting our community out on November the 22nd at 9 a.m. Listen, are there any final words you have for our audience?
First, I just want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to, speak, and hopefully I'm speaking life into someone who may be, trying to figure out what that is that they're trying to do in life. And also, as we talked about community and how we can't do it alone. I remember when I was young, you had your community in your neighborhood, and you had neighbors. If your parents wasn't home, they were the one telling you can't do this, you can't do that, go inside your house. I think we need that again. I think we need that sense of community to people who care, who really care and pour into others when they see a situation arising. So I would say, just be that person in your community who's willing to step up and, show a sense of pride and heart to those around you, because we need that. We need that in this community.
Such a wise sergeant, a young, brilliant sergeant. we're going to continue to pray for you and pray for the work that you're doing. And
Appreciate
we know
it.
that what God has for you, eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard.
I love it.
May the Lord bless you.
Thank you.
May the Lord continue to make his face shine upon you and be merciful unto you and give you peace. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
We'll be
you.
back on next week. God bless you.